Hello, welcome to my new T-gauge layout. Just starting it. It's going to be based on the UK with UK scenery, and I'm to the point now where the tracks are all glued down. Getting ready to do a test run to make sure the trains run well before I get started on scenery. Although I do have some areas here. We're just setting some houses down, get some ideas where I might put them. Always subject to change. These come from DaveB.Trains. They're sold as a PDF file that you print and print out, and then you build them from the printout. Not very hard to build. They take a little bit of time, but they end up looking very, very good. There's stone buildings there, and then the brick that I just showed. And they give you various assortment of door colors and backgrounds you can put on there. Now these other buildings are very good also, are from customzscale.com, also based on British Isle designs. There's a interlocking tower made of brass from tgauge.com. That will also go on the layout. But let's see how these trains run. They're on two separate controllers, so that I can run them independently of one another. Okay, that one started out fairly well. Let's see how the other one goes. You can see different areas. I have cables strung across here for the switches on the one side of the layout. The power cables here are connected. They'll be covered totally by a tunnel, a removable tunnel section, so you'll always have access to it. So happy to say the trains are running really well, and that's with minimal cleaning of the track after it's been glued down. Just show you some of the construction methods. As you can see, this is a foam core board that's been glued together. It's actually 4 pieces, 2x2 sheets. There's 2 of them are sandwiched together on that side and 2 on this side. Once that's dry, then there's a wood trim that goes around the outside to give a finished look. I spray painted it black metallic color, and with multiple coats of shiny gloss for the finish to give a nice furniture look to it. To mount the track, I just glued on wood blocks at the desired height. What holds the wood that holds the tracks is just 1/4 inch Lawan, very thin wood, but you don't need much strength for a train this small. And I just placed the blocks that hold it at various distances that seem appropriate. And by putting it up above this way, I can make scenery go below the level of the track. If everybody notices, right here on the outside of the turns, I have little shims of cardstock. So it's an attempt to do super elevation in T-scale. And it's worked quite well in some instances. Other instances you may look and not see the train tilting at all just because of the small scale of the train. But at very minimum, it keeps the track curvage from tilting to the outside. So I'd say what I've accomplished by doing this is, at minimal, the train is upright, the way it should be, going around the turn and not tilted to the outside, and at best case it is leaning to have an actual super elevated curve. So in the backdrop, you'll see a bunch of foam blocks here, just scrap that I've saved from packages, etc. That will be the basis of making mountains and scenery, and carve them to whatever shape I need. But it's a very inexpensive way to make the scenery. I don't use any plaster over it or anything like that. I get sheets of flocked grass and glue it right to the foam. Work our way over this way. See some of the T-gauge trains I've accumulated. Some of the container trains there. A couple tank cars, coal car. Now here's an American GP8, I believe, diesel locomotive. That will be for my next layout after this one, an American layout. Here's the backdrop. See a nice UK countryside. And this is what will be mounted on this side of the layout. Once I start doing the scenery, I will mount this permanently. Then it gives me an idea of the color of grass and the size of the hills that I want to put up against it, so that it will blend in and hopefully make a seamless or almost seamless transition from the scenery to the backdrop.